I am Dr. V.T. Borkar, but don't worry and don't be afraid of my surname. Even though my surname is Borkar, I am not going to bore you. I'll discuss chemistry with lot of interest, fun, entertainment and some animations. Now what is chemistry? Chemistry is within us and around us. Now world is demanding hydroxychloroquine. Every day you are using hand wash, hand sanitizer. All these are organic compounds. And who can synthesize these compounds? Those people who have chemistry knowledge can synthesize these compounds. And chemistry knowledge always start from basic. And the most important basic concept of chemistry is atomic structure. And today I am going to discuss atomic structure. Now what is atom? Atom is Parmanu. This is Parmanu. All of you know this movie is based on our first nuclear weapon test at Pokhran. Power of atom is used in the nuclear weapon. First definition of atom has been given by Indian natural scientist and philosopher Maharshi Kanad. The smallest particle of matter is called Parmanu. In English it is called an atom. After a long time, next definition was given by English chemist John Dalton. An atom is hard, dense and an extremely small indivisible particle of matter. Now question arises, how atom is looking? But don't worry, this was already explained by various models. First, Thomson atomic model, second, Rutherford's atomic model, and third, Bohr's atomic model. Now first we will discuss Thomson atomic model. It is also called plum pudding model. According to this model, an atom consists of positive and negative charges, and negative charges are surrounded with volume of positive charges. Negative charges are like plum and positive charges are like pudding. This model is similar to inner part of watermelon. In watermelon, seeds are negative charges and red parts are positive charges. According to this model, there is no empty space inside the atom. But Rutherford proved this consideration is wrong. So next model is Rutherford's model. This is Rutherford's alpha particle scattering experiment. He used a very thin gold foil. When alpha particles are bombarded on that gold foil, 99.99% alpha particles pass through it and only few particles are reflected. This indicates there is a lot of empty space inside the atom. From this experiment, Rutherford predicted positively charged nucleus at the center and equal number of negatively charged electrons around the nucleus. But this model has some limitations. Electrons lose energy during motion and hence electrons should fall in the nucleus. Boom! Therefore, an atom should be unstable, but actually it is very stable. To explain atomic stability, next model is important, Bohr's atomic model. According to this model, electrons revolve around the nucleus in fixed circular orbit. Centripetal force required for circular motion is equal to electrostatic force of attraction between electron and nucleus, and angular momentum is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi, where h is the Planck's constant. This is Bohr's hydrogen atomic spectra based on Rydberg's equation. Wave number of atomic spectra can be calculated by using this equation, where R is Rydberg's constant and Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett and Pfund series are observed. Lyman is highly energetic with shorter wavelength. It is observed in UV region. Only Balmer is observed in visible region. Other series are in near IR, IR and far IR regions. Spectra is discontinuous and atom is stable. But Bohr's atomic model has also some limitations. These are the limitations of Bohr's theory. It explains spectra of only hydrogen atom. It explains only circular orbital motion. It fails to explain Zeeman effect, that is splitting of spectral line in magnetic field. It fails to explain Stark effect, that is splitting of spectral line in electric field. So friends, these are the models: Rutherford atomic model and Bohr's atomic model. But what are the basis of these models? Classical mechanics and quantum mechanics are the basis of these models. Classical mechanics is the basis of Rutherford atomic model, and quantum mechanics as well as classical mechanics are the basis of Bohr's atomic model. Now we will discuss what is classical mechanics and what is quantum mechanics. This is the classical mechanics and quantum mechanics branch of science which deals with behavior and properties of macroparticles is called classical mechanics. Macro means which we can see with our eyes. The branch of science which deals with study of properties and behavior of atoms and molecules on microscopic scale is called quantum mechanics. Micro means which we cannot see with our eyes. Therefore, classical mechanics is applicable only for big particles and big bodies like cricket balls, car, etc. And quantum mechanics is applicable for microscopic particles like atoms, molecules and electrons. In classical mechanics, energy form is continuous like sliding, see at the left side. In quantum mechanics, energy form is discrete or discontinuous or packet like steps, see at the right side. This is the difference between classical mechanics and quantum mechanics. Classical mechanics is based on Newton's law of motion, while quantum mechanics is based on Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Classical mechanics is based on Maxwell's classical theory, while quantum mechanics is based on Planck's quantum theory. Quantum mechanics is very important to understand atom. Initially, we are thinking atom is the smallest particle, but now we know that inside the atom many particles are present. Main three types of particles: proton, neutron and electron. Negatively charged electrons around the nucleus, positively charged protons and neutral neutrons inside the nucleus. Other types of particles like positrons, antineutrino, mesons, fermions, quarks and Higgs boson are also present inside the nucleus. To study these particles, quantum mechanics is required. These are the pioneers of quantum mechanics: Planck quantum theory, Bohr theory just we have discussed in short, Einstein's photoelectric effect, de Broglie's equation, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, Schrödinger equation. All these are the great scientists. Their personal life story and research story is very interesting. Next lecture we will discuss story of these scientists and their contribution in quantum mechanics. Thanks to all of you for watching this video. If you have doubts, please write in the comment box. Some topic of chemistry you feel difficult, please write in the comment box. So next time I will discuss that topic. And if you like video, please press the like button. Have a nice day. God bless you.